Welcome to this case study we created to explain our service proposition for retired clients, which includes an explanation on our fees. Much of what we do in our industry is intangible, so we hope this video will make what we do, how we add value, and what we charge easier to understand. All the details are also in the text below, so we do encourage you to read that as well. But this video will hopefully provide you with a good overview. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Carl Peter, and I'm a director and partner at Henceforward, which I founded with my partner and friend, Stephen Hall. For more about us and our bios, please check out our About Us page. We've both been doing this for over 20 years, are certified financial planners, and love helping our clients explore what is possible, both with their lives and with their money. Retirement is one of the most significant life events you will experience. You have spent your whole working life saving and investing, and now you must use that capital to create an income stream for the rest of your life. Some of the biggest challenges, questions, and fears you may face, in which we typically see our retired clients experiencing are: do I have enough? Will my money last? What are my options? How can I maximize my income? And how do I make sure my spouse or partner will be okay if anything happens to me? Our job is to show you what's possible so that you can feel confident about what awaits you in this new phase of your life. We have found that many of our retired clients are business owners or come out of a professional services background where they have worked as executives or in senior management positions. Whether that applies to you matters less than you wanting to seek out a partner can help you navigate your new life and all the opportunities and challenges that may present. Many of our retired clients also have values that mirror our own, and that, ironically, they're not all that driven by money, but use money as a tool to do more of what they enjoy. For example, the outdoors, traveling, and hobbies they're passionate about. If that sounds like you, we may be a good fit. We generally work with clients at retirement who have upwards of 6 million Rand in retirement fund assets, and in addition to their discretionary investments, they typically have over 10 million Rand in investable assets. We realize we can't be all things to all people, so if you're not sure whether working together would make sense, feel free to reach out anyway. We're happy to have a conversation, and if we're not the right match, we can refer you to associates in the industry we have confidence will take good care of you. Our advice process is designed around you to show you the possibilities for achieving your ideal retirement life. Once we understand that, we can model and run different scenarios that will provide you with a level of comfort and certainty around what is possible and achievable. We also look at your balance sheet in totality to make sure we understand your situation in full and can offer a planning solution that extends beyond just your immediate retirement goals. The investment decisions you make at retirement are some of the most important you will ever be faced with. How much cash should you take? What are the tax implications? What are the differences between a living annuity and a life annuity? Which option serves you better? What else should you be considering? What income or drawdown level is right for you? What investment strategy or approach should you adopt? Which product provider should you choose to implement your choice with? There's a lot to think about, and we aim to help you navigate the process in a stress-free manner, customized to what you need. What we do doesn't end once we've implemented your retirement plan. In fact, it's only the beginning. We manage your estate planning needs in full. We work with your spouse, partner, family to make sure they're prepared should anything happen to you. We manage your ongoing income needs as they evolve through retirement. We look at the rest of your portfolio, locally and offshore, make sure it's aligned with your needs. We rebalance and review your investments, taking into account the ever-changing global geopolitical and economic landscape. We help optimize for tax efficiency, whether it be from an income tax, capital gains tax, or estate duty perspective. There's a lot to do. That's why we believe in an ongoing relationship and provide a clear and transparent service and fee menu to show you what you can expect on an ongoing basis. We don't believe in the assets under management way of charging fees, which is the industry standard, simply because there's no correlation to the quality, complexity, or amount of work done. It's rather just a random number selected, usually between 0.5 and 1% per annum. Once you translate that into a random amount, it often makes no sense whatsoever based on the advice and service you're receiving. So imagine having 10 million Rand invested and being charged 1% per annum. which equates to 100,000 Rand a year. A quick sense check will tell you whether the ongoing value you are receiving warrants that. We want to therefore demystify our fee model and make it tangible and simple to understand. Our fees are simply a function of time and complexity. The more complex the work, the longer it usually takes. By the way, we explain this in more detail in our service and fee menu, so don't feel you need to remember any of this. So how do we calculate our fee? As a director of the firm, and based on our experience, qualifications, etc., our hourly rate is 2,000 Rand per hour, including VAT. While admin staff is 300 Rand an hour. Now, just to be clear, we never want to be like lawyers that charge by the minute or watch the clock, but we have calculated how much time on average we tend to spend with our retired clients, which is how we calculated our baseline fee to be 2,500 Rand per month or 30,000 Rand a year. Now, depending on your needs, which may require more time because your situation is more complex, we would then customize our fee to reflect that. So just to break it down for you a little bit more to understand how we get to that figure. In year one, our goal is basically to break even. And this is a broad overview of what happens and the time it takes. It takes us about 3 to 4 hours to onboard a new client, perform the necessary due diligence and relevant checks. So we work in a regulated industry, which is why it takes as long as it does. Time spent meeting, planning, preparing, and being able to deliver the retirement plan, or your retirement plan rather, usually takes us around 10 to 12 hours. Then implementing the plan, which means paperwork, liaising with product providers and administrators, and all the rest of it takes us another 4 to 5 hours. That means in year one, as a director and planner, I tend to spend about 12 to 14 hours on client work. And on the admin side, it takes another 7 to 8 hours. If you add those up, we get to approximately 24 to 28,000 Rand of my time as a director or planner at my hourly rate. And then on the admin side, you can add another 2,500 Rand. So that gets us to about the 30,000 Rand in total for the year. From year two onwards, and where we start to become profitable, is because we save time and become more efficient now that we have all your information and understand your circumstances in more detail. So from year two, it starts to look a little bit like this. We have quarterly meetings, which including the preparation planning time, works out to be about 6 to 8 hours on average. Then you have your normal client communication, whether it's by emails and phone calls, which we have calculated to be on average is about 2 to 3 hours for a typical client. And then on the admin side, which includes updating information, getting valuations, dealing with the product providers, etc., it's another 3 to 4 hours. So as a director and planner, from year two onwards, I tend to spend about 8 to 10 hours on client work, and the admin side is another 3 to 4 hours, which takes us to about 20,000 Rand in time spent for the year. Plus, of course, then we have to factor in all the other costs we have to run our business, particularly one that is highly regulated. And what remains is profit. So we think charging 30,000 Rand per year or 2,500 Rand a month as our base case is extremely fair with our clearly defined value and service offering. Now, if you would like a copy of that, please let us know and we'd be happy to send it to you. So how do we levy or take that fee? So we can take the fee directly from your investments, or we can invoice you. Most of our clients would like it to be taken directly from their investments. So as a basic example, if you have 10 million Rand invested, our fee at 30,000 Rand per year means you're paying less than 0.3% per annum effectively. And what if you decide you no longer want to use our services? That's absolutely fine. You aren't locked into any long-term contracts, and we always aim to part as friends. If you're unsure of anything or have any other questions, you're welcome to have a free, no obligation conversation with us to determine if working together makes sense. Our contact details are below. Thanks for watching.